Welcome to a journey into the heart of divine design. A story not just of craftsmanship, but of calling. This isn't just about ancient artisans. It's about you, your gifts, your imagination, your sacred assignment. In Exodus 31, God speaks to Moses and says, I have filled Bezalel with the Spirit of God, in wisdom, in understanding, in knowledge, and in all kinds of craftsmanship. Pause there. Filled with the Spirit, not to preach, not to prophesy, but to build, to shape, to design. Bezalel wasn't a priest. He wasn't a prophet. He was a creative, a builder, a visionary. And God chose him to craft the tabernacle, the dwelling place of divine presence. Alongside him was Oholiab, a skilled engraver and teacher. Together they didn't just make things. They made meaning. They didn't just follow blueprints. They followed breath. This is spirit-filled creativity, not just talent, not just technique, but inspiration that flows from heaven to hands. Let's bring this into modern life. We live in a world flooded with content. Design is everywhere, apps, architecture, fashion, film. But how much of it carries presence? How much of it is spirit-filled? Bezalel and Oholiab remind us, creativity isn't just decoration, it's devotion. When you write a song that heals, when you paint a canvas that speaks, when you build a space that welcomes, you echo their legacy. You don't need a pulpit to preach. Your brush, your lens, your keyboard, they're altars. God didn't just give Bezalel skill. He gave him wisdom, understanding, knowledge. That's a creative trinity. Skill alone builds walls. Wisdom builds sanctuary. And Oholiab? He was appointed to teach others, because spirit-filled creativity isn't just personal, it's generational. You're not just called to create, you're called to cultivate. Think about your own gifts. Maybe you design graphics, maybe you edit videos, maybe you build furniture, maybe you write poetry. Whatever it is, if it carries presence, it carries power. The tabernacle wasn't just functional, it was beautiful. Gold, scarlet, fine linen, acacia wood, every detail mattered. Because beauty matters to God. In a world that often separates sacred from creative, Bezalel and Oholiab fuse them together. They show us that the Spirit doesn't just fill sermons. He fills sketches. He doesn't just anoint prophets. He anoints painters. He doesn't just inspire worship songs. He inspires architecture. And here's the twist. Bezalel's name means in the shadow of God. Oholiab's name means Father's tent. Even their names speak of intimacy and dwelling. Your creativity is meant to dwell in God's shadow, to be birthed in His presence, to reflect His nature. So how do we live this today? First, recognize your gift as sacred. Whether you're coding, composing, or crafting, do it as worship. Second, invite the Spirit into your process. Don't just brainstorm. Pray. Don't just sketch. Listen. Don't just edit. Surrender. Third, build with purpose. Bezalel and Oholiab didn't freelance. They followed divine instruction. Their creativity had direction. Fourth, teach others. Share your process. Mentor. Multiply. Creativity is contagious when it's spirit-led. And fifth, stay humble. Bezalel worked behind the scenes. No spotlight. No stage, just obedience. And yet his work housed the glory of God. Imagine that. Your creativity can become a dwelling place for God's presence. Let's go deeper. In today's world, creatives often battle comparison, burnout, and imposter syndrome. But spirit-filled creativity isn't about competition. It's about communion. You're not creating to impress. You're creating to express. You're not building for applause. You're building for encounter. And when you do, your work becomes more than art. It becomes altar. Bezalel and Oholiab didn't just make curtains and clasps. They made space for God to meet His people. What if your next project did the same? What if your next video, your next design, your next song became a doorway to divine presence? That's the invitation. Spirit-filled creativity is not just about excellence. It's about essence. It's not just about aesthetics. It's about anointing. It's not just about skill. It's about surrender. So whether you're a filmmaker, a fashion designer, a carpenter, or a coder, remember this. The Spirit of God still fills creatives. He still appoints Bezalels. He still calls Oholiabs. He still breathes on blueprints. And He's not looking for perfection. He's looking for availability. Your creativity is not random. It's a response. Your imagination is not trivial. It's a tool. Your design is not just visual. It's spiritual. So build, write, paint, film, compose, sculpt, code, teach. Do it in the shadow of God. Do it in the Father's tent. Do it with wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Do it with fire in your bones and peace in your spirit. Do it knowing that your creativity can carry glory. This was Bezalel and Oholiab, spirit-filled creativity. If this stirred something in you, share it. Live it. Let your creativity become your calling.